Noche la NBA, the NBA celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Bulls last season missed the playoffs for the fourth.
Donovan knows what he's talking about. I think he's on the right track. DA, thank you. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. MP out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And for Chicago, Lonzo Ball out there with White. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Williams. And it's Vucevic in at the center, filling out the middle. And I imagine this is a really tough stretch of the season, Steve, for teams that are on the outside of the playoff picture looking in.
Kevin, it is, but no player in this league is going to quit on the season. They're out there to compete, no matter what the standings are.
Ball with it. Outside, White. Inside. DeRozan's shot is off. The drive by MP. And MP throws it down.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Now Ball. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. DeRozan finds White. No good on the 3. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Raptors. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
That was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
You try not to dwell on losses like that, but hey, you can't help it. Hopefully, they'll learn something from that defeat.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And here is Ball. This game they had 12. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. You too. Ball's knocked loose, and Chicago has possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Bulls with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Got that one up quick. MP's got 8 points.
In this period, they're beating him, and he's feeling it.
Ball, the pass to DeRozan. Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And here's MP for 3. The shot off that time. And it's Chicago the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
DeRozan against Anunoby. DeRozan dishes to Vucevic. He kicks the ball. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
With slightly revised mechanics, Lonzo has become a more consistent threat from downtown.
MP up top. White covering. MP, no good. Bulls trail by 3. White goes in. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Look at Kobe White attack and adjusting to contact. Beautiful play.
White against MP. 1:11 left here in the first quarter. It's good from long range.
MP.
11 points in the game.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
The Bulls have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Ball kicks to DeRozan. And it's Toronto with the rebound. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Bulls making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. And the Raptors also making a change. Trent's checked in. Outside DeRozan. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And that one goes long.
And they bump this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
MP against Vucevic. Barnes trying to free himself up. MP's shot is good.
And this has been MP's night thus far. His energy on the offensive end really on another level.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Raptors substitution.
Caruso looking for an opening. Vucevic lays it up and off the pretty assist.
And got to do more than that to stop Vucevic. So adept at fending off those types of challenges.
MP getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And we'll be right back after this. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
It looks like they're ready to run today, fellas. They keep getting out on the break whenever they can.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Vucevic is out there with Green. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Dosunmu. And it's Caruso in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last game against the 76ers played some superb basketball. He had 56 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
Here's Caruso. That one good for 2.
It's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And down the road, Greg, which current player might make for the best coach?
Well, I'm always partial to the point guard. And if you're looking for leadership, man, Chris Paul, Mike Conley, those guys I think are destined to coach. I think LeBron would be a great one as well, but I got a sneaky suspicion he'd just rather hold the team.
Dosunmu, the pass to Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Dosunmu's shot is off. Toronto leading by 6. Pass to MP. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
It's tipped. Shoots it up. That one off the back iron and out.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Pass to Dosunmu. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Vucevic. score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
And here's MP for 3. Another miss by MP.
And close to making the
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
coverage.
2 minutes.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Lets it go from deep. Good on the 3-point shot. MP's got the lead up to 9 now for Toronto.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Dosunmu. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dosunmu's got 5 points so far.
Toronto with the
Guys, they
timeout.
continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Raptors substitution.
They found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile
3
crowd.
points.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Vucevic. DeRozan comes in for Green. White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Alex Caruso. And Thompson kicks to White. Outside DeRozan. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Barnes. MP passes to Boucher.
Chris
And the
Boucher.
dunk by Boucher.
Assisted by
One thing MP's always
MP.
had is a great feel for the game. He doesn't need to see a pass like that. He just feels it.
Outside Ball. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half. To the middle. Here's White. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 6 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's MP for 3. Cans it from downtown. And the Raptors lead by 13.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
MP against White. And there's the try. The shot that time not on target. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
And they're getting their points now almost
Toronto
exclusively from the triple. Of their last 5
That's his
makes
second
are from
personal
beyond the
foul.
arc.
First team foul. Raptors substitution. OG Anunoby.
DeRozan against Anunoby. Here's DeRozan. Over Siakam. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Toronto. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the
MP.
action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
So for Toronto right now, inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with MP. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. Here's DeRozan. That one, no good. Good D by Siakam. So impressive the way Siakam has emerged as a
Chicago
number
foul.
1 scorer.
He has a
DeMar
great
DeRozan.
handle for his size.
That's his
The
first
length is
personal
hard
foul.
for any defender to deal with,
Team foul.
whether Siakam's back to the basket or facing up.
Anunoby finds MP. Drives to the hoop. That shot is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. White, wide open. He fires. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. White's got 9.
Kobe White doesn't need much time or space to get off that catch and shoot.
MP, no good. Bulls trail by 15. Takes a 3. And it's White missing. Now, here's MP. He's got 36. Anunoby has the open look.
OG
A
Anunoby.
three-pointer is right on target. Anunoby's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Ball dishes 2 to Rosen. It's White on the wing. Driving to the basket. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
DeRozan with the
Efficient
assist.
performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
MP looking around for the 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Picking up from where he left off. I lost count of how many threes he hit in the first half. Now nails this one.
Timeout for the
Chicago calls
Bulls.
timeout. MP really making a difference here.
I mean, the ridiculous production from beyond the arc. They have to find a way
All
to
right,
cool
look
him
who's
down.
coming out of the court. Get up and get loud for the
So
Bulls.
for the Bulls, Green.
Into the lineup for the
He's just
Raptors.
had 1 attempt at the line early.
At the
on the
line for the
season,
Bulls.
You know, only shooting around
Javonte Green.
73%, so
One
not
shot.
necessarily where he'd like to be.
Free throw good, Green. We've got 28 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And here's MP for 3. Another bucket.
MP.
Another night, another 40 points in the books for him. What a season.
Greg, you're right. He is edging ever closer to the 2nd place mark for most 40-point games in a year.
And with Jordan's mark of 37 firmly in the rearview mirror, he is now marching towards Wilt's 1963 mark of 52 games of 40 or more. Just a legendary season.
Hits it
MP.
from 3-point range.
3-point.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
And so it's Toronto. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So for Chicago right now, White is out there with ball. Then it's Williams. Then there's Bradley, and it's Brown in at the 3. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break Toronto. Barnes finds MP. Greg, last season, we saw a lot of opinions about the play-in tournament, especially from players. Where did you fall on that thinking?
Well, I'm going to put on my fan hat right now, Kevin, and I thought it was exciting. I mean, seeing the stakes get raised for those teams that are right on the edge, I think it brings more interest for teams. But if I was still playing, I probably wouldn't like it if I had locked up the playoffs and still had to go play to earn a run.
Wow, coming up the drive, Kobe White just flies up to the rim. Nothing the defense could do there.
Barnes outside. MP outside. Buries it from 3-point range. MP's got 48.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Good on the triple.
There's a reason why Kobe takes a good number of threes a game. He's effective from deep.
The drive by MP. And it's sent back by White. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. And so MP will bring it up for Toronto. Lets it go with a 3. Again,
MP
what an avalanche.
for 3.
That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kept alive, White. Good defense by MP.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Ball kicks to White. Right side Bradley. Plenty of space. Jump shot is good that time.
Good heads-up basketball from Kobe. Spots a wide-open shooter and gets it to him.
The drive by MP.
Chicago foul.
And Steve, when you look at your
Kobe
2003 Spurs championship team, it's not considered a super team, but that roster was stacked for sure.
Shooting for
Kevin, it was
Toronto.
stacked with players
MP.
understanding their roles and starting in their roles. There was just a lot of talent from top to bottom. We pushed each other to be better every day.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Jones checked in for Patrick Williams. Matt Thomas comes in for White. And it's Dosunmu in for Ball. Brown the pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Baseline try. Here's Bradley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Thaddeus Young.
It's on Thaddeus
That's
Young.
his first personal
And let's
foul.
quickly check out the score breakdown here for And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A sharp and confident-looking Raptors team coming down the tunnel earlier. We'll see if that confidence carries over onto their home floor. The soaring CN Tower is seen from the waters of Lake Ontario, along with the rest of beautiful downtown Toronto, our setting today. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Greg Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Big man Jarrett Allen challenges all high flyers at the rim. He said nobody likes getting dunked on. People call it a business decision. I don't think about that. My role is to be a rim protector, so I'm going to sacrifice for the team. Whether it's a block or a dunk, either way, I'll be on a highlight. It's a good way of thinking about it. Guys?
Absolutely, David. He knows his role, doesn't he? Thanks for that report. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Mobley and Allen, the two big men inside. Darius Garland is out there with LeVert, and it's Osman in at the small forward position. And for Toronto, inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. MP out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And Greg, the outcome tonight could come down to the big men up front.
And versatility will be a key. The front court that can be physical, but also pass it and stretch the floor, I think will be the ones that end up on top.
Well, Greg, here we have the season winding down. At this point, MP has to be the rookie of the year for most voters.
His body of work as a rookie is too impressive to ignore. If the vote was held today, I think he'd run away with the award.
Now, here's LeVert. Following the miss by MP. LeVert the pass to Allen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Here's VanVleet. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. MP outside. Siakam. And it's sent back by Allen. Siakam, that's good. And just about a minute into the first quarter. This is it to Osman. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Kicks it out to MP. Hits the three-point bomb.
You know MP was feeling this shot, looking totally at ease and letting it fly from the arc.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And what you get with Barnes, Greg, tremendous versatility.
He gets out there, Kevin plays great defense, has an excellent feel for the games. He doesn't have to score to impact winning, but if you need points from him, young fella can provide that as well.
Those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
Barnes finds Anunoby. And here's MP for 3. Can't hit that one. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Garland looking it over. Pass to LeVert. Allen trying to break through.
And that kind of defense ain't gonna get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
Here's Allen. Following the basket by MP. And it's denied! Sent back by Siakam. The Raptors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Barnes can't get it to go.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's LeVert. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, to have a long career in the league, I think Garland's going to have to be more of an assist maker.
Goes up on the wing. And MP gets it to go on the assist from VanVleet. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Levert. He has 6. The shot's good.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 1. 1:46 left to play in the first. Garland against Van Vliet. Now here's Garland. He's guarded closer. A nice shot by Levert.
And got to push Levert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Here's MP. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Van Vliet with the assist.
Van Vliet's got 3 assists tonight.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now here's Mobley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Garland against Van Vliet. MP outside. Drills it from outside. MP's got 12 points in the game.
And not thinking twice about it. Fantastic decision by MP to go right up with that one.
And there's the pass to Levert. There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. 14 points for him.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten. And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now, here's Garland. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What a great touch on that shot from Levert. Even the foul can't interrupt the rhythm of his mechanics.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Ken Burge is checked in for Siakam. Achua comes in for Barnes. Trent's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Flynn subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Okoro shot is off. Trent passes to MP. He could go. From deep the court. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Toronto Raptors. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll return shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Toronto.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
I'm loving the ping-pong action of the ball tonight. A decent number of assists so far.
Achua is out there with Kem Burge. Then it's Gary Trent. Then it's MP. And it's Flynn in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Bulls delivered a big performance. He dropped in 55 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Now here's Levert. 19 points in the game. And stolen by MP. Pull-up jumper. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And have to appreciate the hustle from MP. Running a great route in transition and being rewarded for it.
Left side, Sexton. And Greg, as we near the end of the regular season, some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs, and the lottery teams sometimes ready to call it a day.
Well, a lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games do count.
From the stripe. And it's Toronto with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
And the Cavaliers call time here. MP really making a difference here.
I'm not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Some changes for Toronto. Young comes in for Cam Birch. And Chris Boucher's subbed in for Achua. Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Love, marking and trying to break loose. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Kevin Love.
And boy, you got to hand it to Kevin Love. Opening up about mental health, helping to raise awareness on a subject that affects so many around the globe.
Yeah, I think both Kevin Love and DeMar DeRozan, from the player's standpoint, did a great job of shedding light in that area. But Adam Silver himself, who went to a conference and talked a lot about what players are dealing with and how the stresses of social media and the pressures of playing are wearing on them. The league as a whole, players, management, and the commissioner himself have done a great job of providing this kind of safe environment for players to be courageous enough to step out and say, I need help.
And the basket by MP.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Love deciding where to go with it. The shot by Sexton, no good. Here's the break. MP, that's for 2. The shot missing. And Cleveland will come the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 7-point differential. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. They'll start a 3-game homestand with that game. To the inside. Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Maybe some underrated parts of Kevin Love is the strength that he has in that lower body. Excels at absorbing that contact and then up and powers through.
Back to Flynn. MP outside. Drills the three-pointer. MP's got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors.
And wasn't sure he could keep up the pace he set from three-point range in that first, but boy, has he ever.
6-second difference between shot and gameplay. Garland against MP. Garland kicks to Sexton. Shot clock at 5. A second chance effort. No good at the rim. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Mobley and Allen, the 2 big men inside. LeVert out there with Garland. And it's Osman in at the 3 spot. Garland, the pass to Mobley. MP against LeVert. He kicks it to Allen. Here's Mobley. And no good. His first shot of the night missing. Toronto leading by 10. MP outside. Fires from deep. Garland with the rebound. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And the foul called on MP.
NP.
It'll be his second foul of the
That's
game.
his second personal foul. First team foul.
Garland, the pass to Osman. Driving inside.
And look at Siakam outworking the offensive player, giving his all there to take away that shot.
And Brent, small forward Jetty Osman out of Turkey. A pretty versatile game.
Yeah, he does a little bit of everything out there. And you wonder, with Jetty just being in the environment of the teams that he's been on in the past few years, a lot of losing going on. Is that impacting his confidence? And would more be opened up if he had a different opportunity? Who's to say? I know when he plays on that Turkish team, you see a different, determined Jetty Osman.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Allen finds Levert. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, MP. That three off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
A drive by Garland. Pass to Levert. Passes it to Mobley. Clock at 4. Count the basket. Mobley's got his first bucket in this one.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Nailed from three-point land.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Tipped away. Fires the three, and he's good on the three ball. MP's got 43 points.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
Launches it. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Get a free t-shirt. Let's see it, man.
Some changes here for the Raptors. Achua. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.